Hello everyone, I am Fahada and today is day 15 of VEDA. If you're wondering where the last several days are, they are recorded but still working on being edited right now. One of them I'm working on the editing to speed it up, and the other two I'm making sure that the sound and the video is linked up because I recorded it on my computer through like a program to just like look at my computer screen. So I'm making sure that the sound and the visuals are all lined up, otherwise it would look kind of funny and be odd. So today I'm going to talk about some blogs I like. Some of these are inactive and some of them are active. I'll let you know which are not very active or haven't been updated in well over a year. So let's get, I do have them pulled up. You can possibly hear a slight slight wind noise from my computer on because I do have them all pulled up just so I can like tell you guys like some of the latest blog posts and use it as a reference. These are in no particular order. I just sort of like wrote them down originally and then I just transferred it onto a piece of paper, and it's not in a particular order, in case anyone was wondering. So the first one I have is Princess Farhana's blog, which is Princess Rocks. That one doesn't update that often. I think the last post is from July of 2017. But she talks about a wide variety of topics, everywhere from, makeup to taking care of yourself to a few interviews to like her travels and like different things she's experienced, over the years, and, costuming, that kind of stuff. The blog she started in, since this one it's on a blog spot so I can see it, she started in 2009 and last updated in 2017. She has quite a large number of posts, and they're a great resource. You can see that I share them quite a bit on my page as well because I find them very useful. Even if some of them are a few years old, they're still relevant. So that is one. We have Shahira. Her website is probably the most extensive out of all of them. Hers, she's had it for many years on, I think she started sometime in the 1990s. I'm not sure the exact date though. In her blog, she has, it's more than just a blog, it's just like her whole website itself, has Bellydance past and present, advice, how-to, costuming, Middle Eastern culture, folkloric info, reviews, stuff on talking about dance, dance music, translations of that, inspiration, teachers and performers that are worldwide, tech talk, along with, shopping and different links. And just the website is like absolutely enormous. You can, spend hours and hours and days on there. Next I have Sophia Venera's blog, which is sophiadances.com. She talks about everything from, different reviews on makeup to like different, here's what she wore to a performance, reviews of events. She used to have a series going on called, let me see if I can find what it was called. Professional Ambitions, that's what it was called. And that one I thought was really useful. She had it going on for a while, along with, different posts like why I go to Bellydance classes, don't forget to dance, buying your first fan veil, since she's pretty well known for her fan veil technique and using fan veils, along with doing link roundups periodically. She also has a Patreon page, which I am a patron of. Next I have Dawn Divine's website. So Dawn, hi if you're watching this. She talks primarily about costuming because she is, like, to my knowledge, the U.S.'s, leading source on a suit, history and knowledge. I even took her workshop on a suit, which was really great, along with writing a book on it and writing quite a few books on costuming. She was also the co-writer of several others. I know Belly Dancing from Student to Stage was one of them. I don't know if she also helped write the Belly Dance Teacher book that Sarah Shrapnel also wrote that I'd have to check. But she does a lot about costuming. There's some business, there's some about the book she's written, along with some posts about makeup. And purchasing, along with the whole, I know at one point she did a no spin challenge, and she's currently doing a decoloring challenge for her VEDA on her Instagram page. Next we have the Bellydance Geek, which Nadira runs that, and she also has a corresponding podcast, although they don't always talk about the same topics. She talks about a lot of, technique, not just technique in the sense of like, this is how you do a hip drop, but technique in the sense of stage presence and performance, and like the energy you bring when you're performing, and how to mix things up, along with a lot of posts on Zills, and a few like funny ones, and some like really, deep ones that you have to think about. There was one she did on, what was it? I don't remember the exact title, but it was about why you should think about like winning the lottery, in which you boil it down to what things are really important to you. Next I have Lisa Zahia's blog, which I like her blog. It does kind of remind me of a lot of like life coaches or like coaches' blogs, that she is a coach as well. A couple of them being, when you stop saying I'm sorry, success by the numbers, also an overview of her webinar, Become Your Own Superhero. Let me scroll down. What body positivity means to me. There's actually a really great post. That's the first post I saw from her blog floating around online. It's really great. Bellydance at Any Size was one of the first Bellydance blogs. The handful of ones that I started following when I first got into belly dancing, and it's actually it's a great blog. It's inactive. I'm not 100% sure when the last article, here it is, when the last article came out. September of 2017. But it is really great. They had a lot of guest posts. It's primarily marketed towards, I don't want to say primarily marketed, but more towards like plus size dancers. And while I'm not a plus size dancer, it was, it's an amazing blog. Nonetheless, it talks about beauty and body image and costuming, dancers of color, staying, relatively healthy. I said relatively healthy, like being healthy at any size, along with, plus size dancers, question and answers, and then they used to have questions of the month and videos of the month. The SharQui blog, that one also gets emailed to you if you are subscribed to their newsletter. A lot of it talks about, dancing and SharQui itself, and how, since it is Orit's blog, talks about different dancers who do SharQui. Life is like a belly dance competition. Who would you be? What was it? Along with sharing different stories that she's heard or been a part of over the years. Another one is belly dance professional versus group fitness professional, where she talks about the difference between the two and what it's like being both. Bellydance USA, which is a blog by Sarah, or it's just a website itself because she does have classes and workshops, by Sarah Shrapnel. Her last handful of blog posts being how to get an amazing performance photo cheat, enjoy the Bellydance show, plus how to tip, 10 simple steps for writing choreography, preparing for your private lesson, preparing a bio ahead of time, counting my belly dance blessings, teaching belly dance, making corrections. So it's back and forth about not necessarily back and forth, but about, teaching and stagecraft and, various other, why traveling is one of the best ways to improve your belly dance. Different things on technique and professional dancing. Belly dance shopping mall. That one might actually be for just about everyone. Holiday music for class. It seems to be mostly aimed towards, semi-professional, professional dancers and teachers, from what I can tell right here. Rosa Noreen has a blog on WordPress, which she talks on and off. There's a few DIY things on there which I found pretty interesting. She had a DIY ballet bar on here. She talks a lot about her traveling to Egypt, some about fitness, advice, some costuming, along with a few interviews she did, called the Bellydance Origin Series. And it's not updated very often, but I do enjoy it when she does update the blog. We have Catayune, which is catayunedance.net. A lot of it she talks about is like folkloric dancing and historic belly dancing. One of her last posts was last month. It was on Arabic holidays. I'm scrolling down. Classic Arabic songs. Happy New Year post. How dancers can prevent injury, recover, and enjoy better health as we age. Biggest mistake experienced dancers make, and tips how to avoid and recover from it. Oh, I scrolled down too far. My response to scammers. So hers is very interesting. One thing to note with her blog is that there's not a click through to see the whole thing. Like, it's just like the whole thing's right there. You're gonna have to scroll farther down. You can't click on it to get it to go onto another page itself, but it's just the page. There's no like, here's the blog title, and then here's a little snippet. It's just the whole thing right there. The dancer's eye, not necessarily. Is she a dancer? I should know this. I don't know this. I don't like not knowing this. Time to find out. Which is a belly dance photography, and she owns the Dancer's Eye, which is tagline Find Belly Dance Photography. Her blog goes over primarily copyrights, what to expect when you're how to place an order, when she's taking photography at a convention. Blog post introducing herself, which I could have just looked at right there instead of looking up a different. Yeah, she is a belly dancer. Haha! I thought she was, but I didn't want to be like, she's also a belly dancer and then be wrong. But yeah, a lot of her posts on copywriting and photography since she is a photographer. Oh no, I exited the wrong page. One last one, one of the other ones I had open that I just accidentally exited was the Tempest Teapot blog that is inactive. The last post was in December of 2016. When she decided to stop doing the Walking Persephone Festival. Her blog goes over a lot of like commentary on the belly dance community is what a lot of it is. But there's also some talk on technique as well. Performing technique. It's been a while since I read her blog since it is inactive. I haven't gone over it in a while. Which I feel like I should go back right through and read up on some of it. We also have Dionysia has a blog on Dionysia Belly Dance on Blogspot, which hasn't updated since September 2016, but I did enjoy reading their interviews they had with other dancers. They did interviews, their last post was on skirt tucking. They did a post on eating for dance class and performances, talking about different events they went to. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing one dancer that I know how to find. And one of the last ones I have on here is Tutorial Online. They do have a blog that isn't just posting about like their classes and workshops. One of the last ones that wasn't about classes and workshops that they have on their website was Music Theory 101. They have The Process. The Process is a series, which this one is makeup, and there's also like dance and like practice and how people practice and that kind of things, along with posts on like the community goals for 2018, which I believe is just a post on their community pages on Tutorial Online. And there is one more blog I'm missing, and I'm going on my Patreon to find it. I thought I had them all. As soon as I mentioned Patreon, I knew I forgot someone. sorry for being like really coffee. I was out today at the Dirtbag Ales when they made they have a new location now, and they have a farmer's market, and it was so windy and there was dirt flying everywhere. Every single time I got dirt in my eyes. Every time I was wearing sunglasses and everything too. I ended up buying a handful of things. I bought some granola from Household 6 Catering. I bought some marbles from a guy whose business card should be somewhere. I'm not sure where. Like hand made marbles, those were gorgeous. I love them. What else did I buy? I bought a absolutely delicious drink from Authentic Cafe. I'll possibly talk about more about this next week, since it's Strawberry Festival and they sold out of strawberries. So next week I'm gonna get there when it opens and get some strawberries. I think I might have, but I did have fun looking around at the new location. They do have a dog park there as well. This time they had a company that does essentially like axe throwing, similar to how people do bowling, is what they said. That they're opening up a location here in Fayetteville sometime soon. They essentially had like a little portable like area and like axes that you could throw and try and hit a target. It seemed pretty cool. By the time I went up there, they were closing up, but it seemed very interesting. Camera. I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm like 99% sure. Is an inactive blog from 2012. I could have sworn that they had a much more recent blog. Not 100% sure. You'll find out. If not, I will send you the link down below, because I am subscribed to Camera's Patreon page. So I usually read their blog posts. Read the blog post there. If you hear wind chimes, it's attached to the light I have right here, and I do apologize for not really looking at the camera today. But yes. And if I performed anyone's name wrong, I'm sorry. I do that a lot. I will have links to everyone down below, though. All 15, maybe 16. If I can find this blog, it'll be 16. Otherwise, 15. Haha. I don't know how to find the main blog. I'm just going to link to the website. Okay. There we go. There is 15 blogs that I have read over the years and enjoyed, and still enjoy to this day. Hopefully this you liked this video. If you did like it, leave a comment down below. I will be doing an AMA on the 27th, I think I put it on my schedule for. Yeah, the 27th. So on the 27th, I will be doing an Ask Me Anything. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't, and I hope you had a good day. Bye!